Stop the Motion with your host, Chino Juan Moreno. Special guest, GM Animation.
Hello there, and welcome back to another Chino Juan Moreno Stop Motion channel. In this episode of Don't Stop the Motion, we are very, very lucky to have our special guest, an amazing YouTuber animator, GM Animation. How you doing, man? Thank you so much
Hello,
for
people.
coming.
Hello, people. I'm the. I'm excited. I can't speak well.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
First time. This is my first time being on a channel, and I'm really happy that you came to me. Chino Moreno freaking came to me to invite me in this TV show, and yeah, I'm lost for words, man.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry. It's
I'm
just a
freaking
pleasure
shaking
to
right
have
now.
you here. It's just a pleasure to have you here, man.
Yeah,
It's super cool, man. Don't worry about it. Just go with the flow. We are
yeah,
very excited to have you here. I'm pretty sure we share some audience, people who watches your channel, probably watches my stuff, and the other way around. So
hmm
for me, it's been an honor. Let
Oh
me
man,
just.
it's my honor.
Oh
I
man.
mean, you were a big channel that I've been watching like way before I even became big, and I can't believe that you came to me. So it's my honor. I'm
Uh,
honored to be in here.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man. Thank you, man, so much. I really never. I don't know if this happens to you, but I never realized how much people watches us. Uh,
hmm
for a regular video, I know your numbers are doing great. But
Yeah.
if you think about it, maybe a video that has like 20K views or something like that, that's just amazing, man. That's like a ton of people, and when you go viral, it's like
Yes, it's
it's huge.
definitely.
Yeah, man. So, man, I'm really excited. When I found out your channel, um, I was like, damn, man, you definitely have an eye and a style that I really love, man, because you have this eye and these editing skills for you to
Oh,
make
thank you
it
so
feel
much. Yeah.
like an anime show, you know. You have these shots where the character is in midair, but the background has these like a cartoon stripes and stuff like that. So that's like a very
hmm
dramatic anime style, and I just love that, man.
Thank you. I really took a lot of time in doing my videos, and I usually use like dioramas because I think they're really cool, and also I try to be accurate to animes to like I watch anime videos like, and I take note of how they do the animations,
Yeah,
and then I try to implement that in stop motion. So that's why there's those anime speed lines that you were talking about. So I kind of make an anime version in
in the stop motion,
Lego or
right?
either on action figure. Yeah,
Y-
yeah, in the stop
Yeah,
motion.
I can really tell, man. Your skills are very very cool. Your camera angles, the storytelling, you know, because editing a video and putting together the scenes, it's like it's part of the narrative, you know, and that
Mm,
maybe if you take away one shot, the feeling of the video is totally different, and you definitely take your time and just for to get 1 second, you know, it maybe take a lot of time on the planning, but it's really worth it, man. I can tell.
yeah, actually, I try to avoid still shots as well, and try to make a lot of certain poses like see like the viewers needs to see a character doing this certain pose before they
Yeah,
do an action. Yeah,
yeah.
so I try to make cool shots like that. I think it kind of makes the video better.
That's super awesome, man. That's super awesome. So I think we do have a lot of common as well
hmm
in the choice of figures, in the
Yeah.
in the multiverse, of course. I think the first video that I saw from you was this Gyro project. That just blew
Yeah.
my mind, man. That just blew my mind.
The Figfilm Hero series. Yes, that was
Yeah, actually, I think,
Game actually.
correct me if I'm wrong, but you have like is what like like 4 episodes now. You have the Academy guys. I
It's been about 10 episodes.
oh man, so I'm
Yeah, I've come
so
a long way.
I get confused because one thing I also want to highlight about your channel is that you switch back and forward to Lego to brick stop motion, and
Ah,
then you
yes.
go back to regular 6-inch figures, which is like these guys over here. So um, to pull out those movements on Lego is just amazing. But the story of your universe with these 10 episodes, it's super cool because you have like I don't even know some of the characters that you
Hmm.
use. I'm sure they are from some cool animes, but I think you have One Punch Man, you have
Yeah.
Dragon Ball, right? You have uh,
Actually, Dragon Ball, I only have the Lego. I don't
yeah.
have an action figure of Dragon Balls actually.
Oh, okay, man. Okay, man. You,
Yeah.
you should you should definitely jump into that, man. You definitely
Yeah,
have the
I
skill.
was actually thinking of getting a Goku sometime soon. Maybe.
Yeah, and the new one is kind of cheap, and it's super cool one.
The
It's
one from the Dragon Ball Super, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's the one that's really cheap right now. But just before that, in Amazon they have the regular one, the Saiyan Race on Earth, and that was
Ah,
super
yeah.
cheap, man. That was super cheap. I thought,
Actually, a friend of mine actually recommended I get that one over the Super.
yeah, I think it's like a little bit better, and you can switch the heads. So whenever you get another version, you can just swap the heads, and that will be super cool. But
Hmm.
I jumped into SH Figure Arts when that base Goku, the previous one, was super expensive, man. So for a long time over there, a lot of people struggled to get a Goku figure, and I think that's really cool what they're doing because you can jump right now, and it's so easy to get a Vegeta, a Goku, a
Yeah.
Piccolo, and yeah, man, that you should try it, man. But anyways, going back to to your
Yeah.
multiverse, I also loved the thing what you do with the One Punch Man. I think that was the connection point between our channels because I was doing the One Punch Man versus Dragon Ball actually,
Hmm.
and when I saw your video, I was like, dude, I just felt like you jumped into my head and got some of my ideas and put it into film, and that I don't know if it happens to you, but at least for me, when I see another animator uh, execute an idea that has been living on my mind for so long, I just feel like I just instantly feel some love for you, man, and you got
Oh, thank you.
my admiration because normally when that happens, people do something that I wouldn't have done, and they execute very good, and I get a lot of inspiration from that, man. So yeah, that's my kudos for you, man. So
Well, I think your videos are. Mhm.
tell
Yeah.
me, sorry.
I think your videos are still pretty good in their own way. I mean, they have their own tone compared to mine, and uh, I wasn't really trying to like copy your ideas. It just happens that we had similar ideas. Um, Actually, we have a similar goal, to be honest. I remember you said in your previous episode that you were planning to, like, you were confused as to what kind of content are you going to focus on? Like, it's gonna be Dragon Ball, One Punch Man, or Spider Man,
Yeah,
and you just decided to like mix them all, right?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's basically what I'm trying to do as well because as much as I like to focus on one content, I just sometimes I just want to try other things. I want to
Yeah,
try like doing Spider-Man. Sometimes I'm in the mood to do My Hero Academia, but stuff like that.
for sure, for sure.
So I just yeah,
I
I
I,
ended
I
up doing a similar version. Mhm.
I think it's not like I really don't see it as a copy because it's very I think it's a common sense to a lot of creative
Mhm.
people that love the action figures and the anime and the movies from superheroes. I think we have similar ideas of what could happen in a scenario
Yeah.
where we take our own creative approach. So I think that is going to just explode the internet now that we have an official Marvel multiverse. You know, that is going
Yeah.
to be honest with you, for me, before that, for me, that concept was not that was not well. That concept wasn't in my head as clear as it is now that Marvel has put all these cards on the table and tells you, oh, maybe there's another version of this hero in this universe, and maybe this story happened to this hero, and it's a little bit different that you know already, you know. And now that we have that, and
Yeah.
it's more it is more accessible to other people. Uh, I think it's easier for us to come up with those stories where we go into what if scenarios, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, the MCU was like the inspiration to all of us to create what if versions of these characters.
Yeah, I know. And I know I'm a DC fan, but then I'm not as big fan as some other friends I have. And some of those
Hmm.
people tell me that DC did it first. But you know, Marvel being the journey that it is, it's like a it's like a step away, man. Let me just show you how to do it, especially in movies, you know. And now that we have that, the crossover is going to be crazy. I remember struggling with the channel growth at the beginning because I
Ah,
was
yes.
like you. I was jumping from Spider-Man to Star Wars, and then to Fast and Furious, and then to Transformers. So for me to kick in with one audience was kind of hard. But now that we have this mixed universe, I think that's going to be also very helpful for a lot of people like you and I that jump between characters. I cannot commit
Yeah.
to one franchise only, you know?
Yeah. I'm actually still trying to find the great balance to maintain the audience's, attention to the videos, because sometimes I still make like uh, I mixed One Punch Man and My Hero Academia in my Figfilm heroes, but I kind of noticed that in some episodes where One Punch Man was the main focus, it's not doing as well as the other episodes that has My Hero
Yeah.
Academia.
Do you
So
think
I'm
that
trying to figure
is
out how to balance that.
do you think that's related because of My Hero Academia being maybe like a bigger franchise than One Punch? Probably. I don't know.
Maybe. Or maybe I just happen to have audience that are more into My Hero Academia than One Punch Man.
Probably. Yeah, yeah. Because I think
Yeah.
I just became an instant fan of One Punch, and when I did the videos, I noticed Saitama is a very um, divided character. You know, you either love him or you hate him because of how ridiculous One Punch Man is, and some people is
Yeah,
just
because of
like,
how
that's not
powerful he
fair.
is.
Yeah, yeah. It's like when you were kids and you were fighting with your friends and playing superheroes, and then your superpower was like, oh, I have all of the powers, and that's like just cheating. You know, like beating anybody with one punch is like just it feels like cheating. You know, so probably that's why a
Yeah.
lot of people have this hate for One Punch because that's the only thing they know about
Mhm.
the series. But I think it's super clever show, you know, to be able to do that without getting the
Mhm.
audience bored.
It's actually a really good show.
It is, man, because I think Superman at one point had the same problem. He was so overpowered that it was so boring
Mhm.
to watch him going against Lex Luthor. You know, you knew like if he clapped his hands, everything will be done. You know, uh, so
That's
yeah,
why they always nerfed him.
yeah, exactly. That's why they have to go to kryptonite and some other convenience in the script. You know. Anyways, but
Yeah.
so man, I do have some questions for you, and let me
Oh
just
yeah. Okay.
go to somebody in the audience. Actually, Jacob M Studios asked the
Mhm.
same the same entry question that I'm going to ask you, which is, what got you into stop motion, and what figures are you looking forward to?
Oh, well, the thing that got me into stop motions, I think, is pretty much my love for action figures or toys in general. Because, like, ever since I was a kid, I've always admired action figures. Like, whenever I go to malls, I see action figures, and I just want to get this. And then, when the first time I got to the internet, the first thing I searched on YouTube was action figures. And then that's when I discovered stop motions, because some people were doing stop motions using these action figures. And so
Okay.
that got me curious, and I said I wanted to try this out. So I did. And during that time, actually, I was just do you know that method where you just use the video and then play it and post, you know, that kind of stop motion?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because that's actually how I started making videos. It's a video playing, and then I post it, move the figure, and then play it again, and then post it again.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
That's how I started. Yeah. And
That's
then,
super cool.
yeah, and then it was only later on when I got a smartphone, because there were some stop motion apps on smartphones nowadays, and that's how I was able to learn how to use, like,
Okay.
taking pictures.
Is that the thing
And
you use
then
regularly for your videos?
right now, no, but that's when I first started. I used,
Okay, okay.
actually, I believe it was actually, I know, I forgot the name. It was a stop motion app that was for free.
Okay.
And at first, I wasn't planning to do a YouTube channel because I was pretty shy. I think my video weren't as good as other people's works, but my friends convinced me to show it off on YouTube because wasted potential, everything. So I did try that, and at first it was just for fun, but eventually I just happened to fell in love with it and just kept on doing it until here I am now. JM Animation, and
How?
I'm using Windows Movie Maker and
Okay, okay.
just my smartphone to take pictures. Yeah.
Okay, that's super cool, man. So how long have you been doing animation? How long is this process of you
Well,
becoming here?
it's been like, I guess, 12 years since I
Oh man,
started in 2010.
that's quite a
Yeah,
while. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
been
yeah.
s- it's been so long. But I only started my YouTube channel in 2014, like 4 years after I actually started making stop motions.
Okay, okay, that's super cool, man. That's super cool. And I think it's quite a journey. It's like
Yeah.
the learning curve. It's for some people it's just there. It's just natural talent, but I think definitely it's something that you can develop over time. Because
Yeah.
I think making films in either format, it requires a lot of skills from different fields. You need to have an eye for
Yeah, definitely.
photography. You need to have an eye for storytelling. You need to have like an eye for a director and stuff like that. So I think stop motion animators, in a way, are like the fusion of all those profiles into one person, and that's
Yeah.
quite challenging, to have all of those skills.
We're a one man studio.
Yeah, exactly, man, exactly. And then the budget and stuff like that to make a dio set and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It takes a while to plan the scenes or stuff like that. And so, anyways, another question that got me into here, because of what we are talking about, is like, do you plan your scenes before? Like, do you do the full process? Do you have a storyboards or stuff like that, or you just jump into action and go with the
Um,
flow?
it's I actually I just write scripts.
Okay.
I don't use storyboards because I think they're just time consuming, but I think that's the professional way to do it, but I just don't.
Okay.
I'm just lazy for it. But yeah, I do write scripts. I try to think, what figures can I do? What kind of action would they do? Like, for example, For example, I have the Deku figure. I think what kind of villain would be great to fight with him,
Okay,
and
okay.
then I just sometimes I took inspirations from one of the episodes from the anime and try to blend it with another idea that I have.
That's
That's
super
pretty
cool,
much
man.
how I got with the Figfilm heroes. As you can see, they're like they're not exactly the same as the actual episodes of the anime, but you can see some scenes from the episodes in there, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
slightly different.
for sure.
Yeah,
There's
so
some
that's what
inspiration
I'm
from
doing.
there.
I'm customizing the story on my own.
Same
Yeah,
here, man. I think that that creative process is it's super valuable because I'm pretty sure it happens to you. It has happened to me as well. Whenever you go into that route of creating or to having that creative freedom, some people comment like, "Hey, that didn't happen," and it's like, "Dude, chill out." This is like
yeah.
I wouldn't see, and I want to know what you feel about this, but I don't see the value on remaking a scene and just switch it to another format. Like, for example, if you watch an anime show and then you do the exact same thing, but do it
Hmm.
into stop motion, I think, of course, it's super valuable. I just saw this guy who made the full Broly versus Goku and Vegeta from the
Yeah.
superhero movie. And dude, his work is super impressive. But I think there's
Yeah.
something that we have seen already, and
Hmm.
I will I definitely draw draw my jaw to the floor when I saw the quality of his video. But the fight sequences and stuff like that, they are taken from the source material, you know. And I think to go into that road and take some risks and do something slightly different, for me, that's a very more interesting approach. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually think the same because when you recreate a scene, uh, all the audience will pretty much know what's gonna happen
Yeah,
because they've already seen it from the source material. So if we try to put a plot twist on the end, that's gonna make things more interesting because now you don't know what's gonna happen next,
for sure, for
right?
sure. So,
Yeah.
what do you think it's going to be the next episodes of your channel? What's going to be like the main focus? As you tell me, there's going to be like a multiverse. How do you think that are going to be like the two or three main characters or the main storylines or franchises that you are going to be focusing on?
Well, right now I'm gonna be focusing on My Hero Academia because that's actually my favorite anime, and it's also the strongest content going on my channel right now. And there's also two figures. I have like two figures. I forgot to answer your earlier question on what figure I'm hyped for,
Oh, thank you.
and yeah, there was two figures that I pre-ordered, and both of those are from My Hero Academia as well. It's
Awesome.
the Amazing Yamaguchi Endeavor and the Hawks, and so I think they're gonna be coming in December. So I think
Okay.
it's also a perfect time to use those incoming figures on my videos. You know?
That's super cool. I to be
Yeah.
honest with you, I'm really afraid to jump into My Hero Academy
Why?
because I'm sure I'm going to love it. And if I do, I'm going to try to get every single figure. And I'm just afraid to do so.
Well, it's a really great series. I can tell.
Yeah, I
You
can
know,
tell there's
it's
a
my
big fan.
favorite for a reason.
Yeah, I can tell there's a really big fan base. I think I just watched episode one, and
Hmm.
that really hooked me. But then I got really busy and I skip on it. So anyways, I put it a little bit behind because now there's so much stuff on my head, and if I put new shows into my head, I want to make videos, and my creative struggle is that how do I put everything together in my head, you know, and I'm thinking about that one. and I'm thinking about how to get a new figure into the universe, and just for the sake of my mental health right now, I'm going to wait a little bit into before I jump into My Hero Academy.
The maybe in the future you can, but yeah, I definitely recommend checking out My Hero Academia. It's one of the best out there. Uh, Actually, the creator of My Hero Academia is a fan of Star Wars and Marvel as well.
Okay, okay.
So that's why the show itself is kind of influenced from those series. That's why a lot of people tend to like it so much.
That's super cool to hear, man. I'm really
Mhm.
I really want to jump into that one, but I just saw I'm watching Cyberpunk, man, and that just blew my mind.
Oh,
Dude, that's a
cool. I haven't
super
seen
cool.
that one.
That's super cool, man. That's super cool. You have to give it
Was
a
that a
try.
game?
It is a game originally, and and now they have an animated series from Netflix, and it's
I
super cool,
see.
man. It's super cool. I do definitely had some source of inspirations over there, and you can tell uh, it borrows from different media. But man, it's a super cool show, man. I hope they never get figures out because I want to get everything from that, and my wallet is just hurt.
That's the problem with getting into new shows. You gotta buy the figures of those characters.
Yeah, I know, I know. So, anyways, man, for those, what are your favorite figures and toy brands? Like this is a tricky question, you know.
I like figure lines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially I like a lot of videos of different channels when they do their top 10 figures, you know,
Hmm.
or stuff like that. So for you, what do you think will be your best action figures that you own, or the ones that you like the most, or the ones you hunt, the favorite toy brands? Tell me a little bit about it.
Hmm. Well, right now, this is gonna be obvious because I've been talking about it since the beginning. But
Yeah,
my favorite line is the Amazing Yamaguchi from the My Hero lines, for to be specific. I just
yeah,
really
yeah.
love all the figures from that line, and as well as the Spider Verse line from the Sentinel.
Oh man,
The the Yeah, those were so great. I have the Miles Morales, and
I
I'm actually gonna be getting the Peter B. Parker as well.
Okay,
And
okay. I know, man. I know, and for people who don't know that story,
Mhm.
I want to hear your side as well. But going back to the beginning of the conversation on how I find out about your channel, and then I made this multiverse crossover from I tried to get a lot of animators from YouTube and try to convince them to go into one single project, and that's our first crossover, man. And I'm super glad with what you've done there, and you animated that Miles Morales figure, and we had a multiverse.
Yes, the contest that you hosted, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, it was for me the experience to have a lot of people kind of blending together into one project. For me, that was just
Mhm.
my biggest honor, man. My biggest honor because
Yeah,
the final
that was
product
such
is
an
super
event.
cool. Yeah, we need to do that
I
again,
believe
man.
that, yeah, we definitely do. And I think that whole collaboration video, I think, should have gotten more views because it was just a massive crossover from tons of channels, you know?
Yeah, I think the thing I learned over there is probably to two things because I have to be honest with you. I really struggle with the YouTube algorithm, and I don't want to sound
Hmm.
like, oh man, I don't get the views and stuff like that. Because I just love it. I just do it for the fun of it. But
Hmm.
definitely, I want to jump into a place where I can see this as a business. And in
Yeah,
order
same
to
here.
do that, I need to get the audience first. So if we go back to that project, probably I should have done a little bit more of campaign, you know, or try to do maybe one or two videos before that event so people get hype. because
Yeah.
I think that was my first Avengers content in a long time. You know, like my previous channel
Hmm.
got Avengers stuff, and it was mostly Marvel. But then when I got into this channel, I just jump around from places, and I think people didn't really don't associate me yet with Marvel. So probably that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons that the video is not doing that well on its own. I hope the full season kicks in, uh, and as we add some more episodes, I think it's going to help. And another thing I think that happened is that when we did that contest, it took a lot of time to put together,
Yeah.
and by the time that we got everything together, probably some of the animators just forgot that they participated. So I think some
Well, I definitely
people
didn't.
I think some people just post their entry and they did
Hmm.
nothing. They did nothing for the not that is their responsibility, of course, but
Yeah. Yeah.
they didn't
The
uh,
advertisement.
give it some shout out or something like that, because the rules of
Hmm.
the contest was super cool, and that's another phenomenon that happened that I really enjoyed a lot. That it was a popularity contest. The objective
Yeah.
over there was to post your entry and tell all of your audience to go and watch that video and vote for you. And if that happened with
Hmm.
all of the animators, everybody will have a spotlight from all of the other channels, you know. So
Yeah.
I think only few people kind of got that, and you can tell in the comments. And your video, man, was the most the top rated uh, video over there, man. Everybody, I think, I guess everybody who didn't know your channel before, I think noticed you and your talent, and I hope they go into your channel and consume everything you got and subscribe, of course.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for all those people and to my fans who actually went as far to vote on that video and got me to win.
Yeah, man.
I'm I was really surprised when I won actually. Like normally when I join contests, I just uh assume that I'm gonna lose. So I just it's hard to win. It's hard to win in one of these things.
Man, you have the skills to kick some serious ass over there. Definitely, man. But yeah, and actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but you got the Deadpool Smokey figure, right?
Oh yeah, the reward from you.
Yeah,
Thank you so
yeah.
much for that.
I
I repainted
just
it.
yeah, that's where I'm going. Are you going to do something with that figure? I really I was super happy when you won and when you picked that one, because I knew that toy in your hands is going to be super epic, man. Are you
Yeah.
trying to animate something?
As of now, not yet, but probably soon I'll think of something to use Deadpool with, especially
Okay.
since Deadpool 3 is coming out with Wolverine.
Exactly, man. I think everybody's
Yeah.
going to go crazy, and I think we are going to see a lot of videos of Deadpool and Wolverine together. But
Yeah,
man,
I'm really so hyped that to see Wolverine and Deadpool together in live action. That's gonna be
yeah,
sick.
only if they talk and do nothing, I'm going to be like super excited, man.
I want some fight scenes with Deadpool and Wolverine.
I,
You know,
I wish they do. I wish the plot of the movie is the full movie. It's about them fighting each other. I hope they don't try to mash a lot of content. Like, for example, if they first fight in the first 5 minutes and then they instantly become friends and then they have to go and fight another dude. I don't know. I would prefer if they do fight from all of the movie. You know.
well, Wolverine is not really the most friendly guy out there, so maybe. I
Man,
think if
yeah.
they do, they become friends, I think it would be great if that happens at the end of the movie.
I would love to see Deadpool just making fun of Wolverine every single time, because in the
Yeah,
previous
breaking the fourth
movies,
wall.
yeah, in the previous movies, he was just making joke after joke about the Wolverine, you know.
Hmm.
So I wish I hope they go there. You know, that's going to be super
Yeah, I
fun.
hope so too.
So,
Can't
anyways,
wait for
man,
it.
I think we
Hmm.
talk about a little bit about this and how do you come up with ideas and what's your source of inspiration, obviously. But
Uh-huh.
for people who is new into stop motion, how do you see your creative process and how long does it normally take you to put a video together? I know it depends a lot on the content, but
Yeah.
do you animate every day or what's your approach?
Well, for me right now, I actually animate every day,
Oh man,
and
I'm so jealous.
it usually takes me 2 or 3 weeks to finish a video, and
that that's
it's weird
super
because
fast, man.
yeah, I feel like I'm slowing down actually. Like I used to be able to finish videos in 1 week, but then I
Whoa.
started getting 2 weeks, and then now 3 weeks. Maybe next time I'll be doing 4 weeks.
What do you think that
But
happens? What do you think that happens to you? Is this because
um,
the quality is going up or
well, yeah, I'm actually adding more into the quality. Like I'm adding some more effects and the masking. I'm trying to make sure that there are no stands seen when they're in floating scenes.
yeah, you're
And I take a lot of time masking every frame just to make sure there are no stands that
yeah.
are
it's
seen there.
it's a painful process, man, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, it's
I
worth it.
like your Naruto versus Goku versus Vegeta versus Sasuke. That video was freaking awesome, man. Is that inspired into like a Fortnite or something?
Oh wait, are you talking about the Lego one? The
Yeah,
most
yeah,
recent
yeah,
video I made?
yeah. The one you posted
Ah,
like 9 days ago.
yeah, that was actually a reference to the Fortnite video, but it didn't feel like a Fortnite video, so I didn't use the Fortnite word on the title.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically a reference to that. It's just
Yeah,
funny that Dragon Ball characters and Naruto characters are shooting each other using guns.
yeah. Not especially now that they have Goku into the Fortnite franchise. You know,
Yeah,
I've seen some footage
Goku,
and
one of the most powerful anime
that.
characters out there, being killed by a gunshot.
Yeah, and he using a gun, you know, instead of his fist.
Yeah, yeah, he could just fly and
Uh,
shoot Kamehameha. Instead, he uses guns.
yeah, he could just kill you with his one finger, you know.
Yeah, one finger.
With one hair, he can kill you, you know. Yeah, man,
He
that's
doesn't
super
even
awesome.
go Super Saiyan.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
In his base form. How long that took you? Because I can tell there's a lot of work, and I love the practical effects of the shotguns and the sounds and everything. But one thing I love over there is the actual set, man. Uh, as I
On the
said
set.
before, it's super hard for me. Like when you do stop motion, I'm kind of clumsy, and I have to take a lot of time to do any motion in a figure and this scale. And to do it in a tiny figure, it must be like three
In
times
Lego.
harder. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I take my helmet off to you, man. So
Well, to me, actually, in Lego, I think it's much easier to animate with because,
really, I haven't tried.
yeah, because dioramas are so huge and you need a lot of space for it. But in Lego, you can put the camera everywhere because it's small.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
probably my problem is with the size of my camera. I
yeah,
use the
and
phone now.
also, uh, yeah, also the Legos can be disassembled. So you can remove the rooftop and you can have a clearer view of the inside. So
Yeah,
that's an advantage for Legos.
you can do like a very practical stuff with the set
Yeah,
and rearrange everything. Yeah, man. No,
yeah,
man.
exactly.
I have to give it a try, man. I'm not a big fan of Lego, but
Mhm.
I'm a big fan of Mega Bloks. I think
Oh, cool.
it's a way superior line than Lego. Hate in the comments is coming to me,
Well,
but bear with me. They are as tiny as the Legos, but three times more articulated, and that's just
oh,
impressive. Yeah. So I just saw a Master Chief video using Mega Bloks figure, and dude, the
Hmm.
articulation and the expression that you can get, it's way, at least for me, more interesting. I've seen a lot of Rick films, and
Hmm.
I just love them, but I for me it's like a Lego is very limited into the articulation, and for me that's a deal breaker in a way.
Well,
But
well, that's true.
I just admire when people pull out something as impressive as your stuff in Lego, man.
Yeah, that's the challenge with making brick films because the minifigures have really very limited articulation. So you got to be creative on how you put them in certain poses.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And I think one advantage for sure should be, of course, the scale and the weight. So you can use some clay and put them into positions and stuff like that, and they
Yeah,
are going to stick into that
yeah,
position instead of other figures that are bigger. And if you want to stand
hmm
them up, they are going to fall
it's
on you. You know?
yeah, it's difficult because they're heavier.
Yeah,
But when it
exactly,
comes to Legos, they're almost weightless. So using
exactly.
a sticky tack is enough to put
Yeah.
them in one place.
For sure, man, for sure. So, anyways, before we wrap everything up,
Hmm.
I'm really sure I could talk to you for another 2 days with non-stop, man. So
Yeah, me too.
I feel like we have like this connection, man, from every single animator I speak to. I think we have a lot of similarities, and I just love that, man. Um,
Yeah.
so anyways, before we say goodbye to the people,
Mhm.
the one of the final questions that I want to ask you is, what advice would you give to any new animator out there, who everybody who wants to start a YouTube channel, or maybe
Mhm.
formally dedicated to this?
Okay. So to every fans watching here, just remember two things: work hard and don't give up. That's it.
Awesome.
Because if you love if you love what you do, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna work hard for it, and that's gonna pull you up, just like how I'm doing right now. Although I haven't reached the top yet, but I'm pulling myself up there
Yeah.
just by doing my best and not giving up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Another philosophical question is, what advice would you give to yourself? Like, for example,
Also myself.
if if the GM animation from the present day will give an advice to the starting young GM animator, what advice would you give to yourself, or what? Maybe not an advice, but what like life hack? Like, don't do this. Start doing this first. You know?
Well, I guess just enjoy myself. Enjoy what you do
Okay.
because
Okay.
uh, that's difficult.
Okay. Okay. That's super cool. But I'm pretty sure you do
I
enjoy.
didn't do that very well.
Nah, don't worry, man. Don't worry. For me, I was like just expecting something like, for example, I did a lot of mistakes on my YouTube channel. Uh,
Well, I definitely did, but I just can't think of something right now.
so no, yeah, don't worry. But for example, for me, one thing that I would probably tell to new animators is just freaking get started, man. Don't overthink it. Just do it. You know,
Yeah,
like
do it.
I see a lot of people like thinking 4 days, and it takes ages for them to just take one picture. You know, and
Yeah.
just get started, man. Just have fun with it. Just go for it, and it doesn't have to be perfect at the beginning, and that's the way to start.
Yes, it's trial and error.
Yeah, and you have right now you have like a lot of tools where you can learn from. You have apps that are free. You have a
Yes.
cell phone that has a great camera, probably. And even if it doesn't, people don't believe me on this, but uh, I just got a new iPhone. But before that,
Oh.
most of my videos were filmed on an iPhone 6. So
Oh,
nobody can tell the difference. If I ask you right now, nobody can tell the difference between the two iPhones. Uh,
well, actually, even I can tell the difference.
so one advice would be everything is on the lights. If you had good lights, especially this camera is super crappy. This is not my iPhone. This is just a webcam and it's crappy as hell. I promise I
Oh,
will get a new one. But if you work on the lights and you educate yourself on that, that's half of the way. you know.
yeah,
So
you just gotta be creative.
yeah. You can start with very cheap tools. You don't have to have
Hmm.
the most expensive gear or the most expensive figure. Just get started, man. So
Yeah.
that would be my advice. So, anyways, um, anything that you want to tell the audience before we go? Any closure? Any new project that you want to talk about?
Um, this is gonna hype everyone, but I'm actually gonna do Jujutsu Kaisen.
Ooh, yeah, man.
Yeah. So that's a big spoiler that you'll only hear from this
Yeah.
channel, Chino Moreno.
Chino exclusive. GM Animation is talking about his new project and spoiling everything. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that spoiler exclusive over here.
Big reveal.
Yeah, big reveal, man. What a plot twist. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, man. So, anyways, thank you so much for being here, man. It has been my pleasure. Definitely have to
It's my
do.
pleasure as well.
We have to do this again, man. The video is going to be coming up very very soon. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I am Chino Moreno. This was GM Animation, and remember, don't stop the motion. Don't stop
Stop the motion.
Don't stop the motion.
Thank you so much for supporting the channel with your like, subscription and notification bell. If you want to support a little bit more, don't forget to go to Patreon, Instagram, TikTok or Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. I am Chino Moreno and I will see you in the next video. Bye!